Welcome to a spooky edition of GTV News. I'm Mamie Shepard. Fall is a time of trick-or-treaters, costumes, candy, horror flicks, and ghosts. Halloween, originally called All Hallows Eve, has a rich history. It is celebrated on October 31st, the night before All Saints' Day, and is linked to the Celtic tradition of honoring the dead. It was a Celtic belief that on Halloween night, souls who had not yet passed into the other world might return to the streets and visit their old homes. Through time, history, and the influence of Christianity, Halloween has evolved into a celebration of different dimensions. Some groups have tried to move towards a more lighthearted celebration of fall and the annual harvest, and away from frightful aspects of Halloween. In keeping with all things fun and scary, we turn to Ryan and Nivy as they reveal the top 10 Halloween films that are a must-see this time of year.
Victor Frankenstein here for the Mel Brooks film Young Frankenstein.
It's not Halloween without a pinch of silliness, and our number 10 film is exactly that.
A humorous homage to the classic Frankenstein.
This Mel Brooks film uses wordplay, slapstick, and a well-choreographed dance routine to make us laugh.
Young Frankenstein.
A film both for the young and the young at heart.
Directed by Mel Brooks and starring Gene Wilder.
Coming in at number 9, this movie, which spawned 2 sequels, will make you think twice before purchasing real estate. Thought to have inspired the most famous movie curse of all times, resulting in 6 cast members' death, The Poltergeist spooks us with the paranormal.
Our next film made the name Freddy Krueger synonymous with Halloween.
The story about a child murderer, A Nightmare on Elm Street, takes place in one of the most demented settings ever, suburbia.
Did you hear that?
What?
At long last, after 13 years, my creation is complete. Finally, the world shall know the vengeance of Dr. Frankenstein. Just make sure that the monster is ready. It is alive! It's alive!
Hi, I'm Mary Shelley, and my classic novel Frankenstein got the Universal Studios treatment in 1931 with this James Whale directed project. This original film version comes in at number 7 on our list.
And I'm Dr. Victor Frankenstein. Colin Cleve plays the title character, and Boris Karloff is his monster. Boris Karloff definitely gives the most inspired performance of all time as the monster. The film spawned several sequels, including The Bride of Frankenstein and Son of Frankenstein.
Our number 6 film is the silent classic Nosferatu, based on Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I'm Count Dracula, and you must all watch this highly memorable film that is German expressionist and silent.
Our number 5 film is groundbreaking in many ways. It jolted America's expectations of race and gender and made us question exactly what it meant to be human. And of course, the zombies were pretty cool.
Director Ridley Scott's Alien follows the plight of a space crew who are systematically hunted by an extraterrestrial predator. Made in 1979, the film would go on to grab an Oscar for visual effects, and is now held in high acclaim. Alien would later spawn 3 sequels, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection, not to mention the Alien vs. Predator movies. Our next film is 1973's The Exorcist. The Exorcist is directed by William Friedkin of French Connection fame, and stars Linda Blair, Ellen Burstyn, and Max von Sydow. The film follows a priest who is called upon to exorcise a demon from a young girl. The film is now considered culturally significant and is indeed one of the greatest horror films of all time.
Here's Johnny.
Never before has balancing work and play been so important. Our number 2 film,
The Shining, is an adaptation of the Stephen King novel and directed by Stanley Kubrick. The film is set in a snowed-in overlook hotel and reminds us all that horror doesn't necessarily come from outside, but sometimes from within. Good evening. Halloween, the annual Night of Fright, is now upon us. Thus, it is only fitting that we now pay tribute to the master of suspense himself, Alfred Hitchcock. In a career spanning 6 decades, the legendary director made more than 50 films, including such classics as Vertigo, Rear Window, North by Northwest, The Birds, and a little-known 1960 black and white slasher film.
Hitchcock's signature style, unexpected plot twist, and frequent use of such acclaimed actors as James Stewart, Cary Grant, and Tippi Hedren add credence to his lasting legacy and influence on film. And now, without further ado, here is the greatest horror film of all time.
Number 1 on our list is the original 1960 slasher film Psycho. Perhaps Alfred Hitchcock's masterpiece, this film is memorable for its shower scene, as well as the performance of Anthony Perkins and the accompanying score.
This 1960 classic will forever stand the test of time, and the Bates Hotel will always be a truly sinister lookout. No horror movie list is complete without this work of sheer genius and spine-tingling suspense.
One thing GTV prides itself on is the ability to educate its viewers while providing a bit of entertainment. While we celebrate the upcoming traditions of Halloween, we also mark its arrival with a little background about Fortnight in history. This Fortnight in history is October 26th through November 6th. Today we'll be spotlighting spooky historical moments, and it all starts on October 26th. In 1967, Keith Urban was born. On October 27th, year 312 AD, Constantine the Great is said to have received his famous Vision of the Cross. On October 28, 1886, the Statue of Liberty was dedicated by Grover Cleveland. On the 29th, in 1922, Benito Mussolini was appointed Prime Minister of Italy. On October 30th, 1938, Orson Welles broadcasted his radio play H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. On Halloween of 1795, poet John Keats was born. And in 1987, a day that will live in infamy, GTV host Rob Clement's parents were married. November 1st, both William Shakespeare's plays Othello and The Tempest opened in the years 1604 and 1611, respectively. In 1974, on November 2nd, rapper Nelly was born. Another day that lives in infamy, November 3rd, 1913, was the day the United States introduced the income tax. On November 4th, 1979, the Iran hostage crisis started when Iranians invaded the U.S. Embassy in Tehran and took 90 hostages, 53 of which were Americans. On November 5th, 1872, suffragist Susan B. Anthony illegally voted for the first time. And finally, in 1977, the Kelly Barnes Dam above Tacoma Falls Bible College near Toccoa, Georgia, fails, killing 39. And that was this Fortnight in history. Let's toss aside our fear of the freshman 15 and find out what the most popular candy is for this season. Megan has this sweet scoop.
All right, everyone, it's that time of year again, a time that dentists and dietitians dread. Students all over campus satisfy their sweet tooth addictions in many ways.
My favorite Halloween candy is Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Candy corn.
My favorite Halloween candy is Snickers.
Chocolate. I love Snickers.
My favorite Halloween candy is Kit Kat bars.
Sour gummy worms, probably.
The nutritional facts behind these cavity creators can be quite startling. Butterfinger bars, for instance, have a calorie count of 270, a fat content of 11 grams, and 29 grams of sugar. While Snickers bar, although fun size, has a calorie count of 71, fat content of 4 grams, and 8 grams of sugar. One Reese's miniature has 36 calories, 2 grams of fat, and 3 grams of sugar. Candy corn has 140 calories, 31 grams of sugar, and no fat. Since some of these candies are extremely delicious but not so nutritious, you can try some healthier candies. Tree Huggin' Treats sell a mint coconut candy bar. They're organic, vegan, have 210 calories, 8 grams of fat, and 12 grams of sugar. Annie's Homegrown sells chocolate bunny grams. They are also organic, vegan, and have calorie count of 130, 3.5 grams of fat, and 7 grams of sugar. Boom Cocoa Boom Rice Milk Bars are allergy friendly, vegan, have 230 calories and 17 grams of fat. Organic Berry Patch Fruit Snacks are organic, vegan, have a calorie count of 70, no grams of fat, and 10 grams of sugar, and also 100% of your daily vitamin C. While normally, most people frown upon candy consumption and avidly count their calories, Halloween is a time to satisfy your sweet tooth. So, if you encounter those types of people that think Halloween is unhealthy and refuse to return to their childhood ways of begging for candy with a tried and true trick or treat, smell my feet, just enjoy the holiday yourself and simply tell them to kiss your butterfinger. For GTV News, I'm Megan Harrigan.
Hello, I'm Rob Clement, regular host of GTV News, and I hope you've been enjoying this fairly creepy news episode so far. Now, we all know that college students don't have much money, so we have designed some costumes that fit in on a very, very low budget. First, we have a ghost. You can come over here, ghost. It's simple, elegant, and classy, just a white sheet. You can use some scissors to cut out eye holes. Now, moving along, Ryan, our entertainment expert, is going to demonstrate how to be a serial killer that's even scarier than Patrick Bateman himself. Okay, that's enough. And now, our favorite, Kenny, is going to showcase being a black-eyed pea. Which one are you, Will.i.am? Oh, haha. Now, you can use makeup if you so have it, but we have black duct tape around, so that's what we used. And finally, if you're on a really, really, really low budget and you don't really want to change out of your regular clothes or anything, you can be a nudist on strike. Oh, that's so clever. Now back to you.
Our last feature today is the harrowing happenings in Athens during Halloween. On the dogs from one of the local haunts downtown, let's find out what other fun things there are to do in this classic city. Downtown is the same as any weekend night, save for people running around in costumes. Actually, scratch that. It's the same. You could go check out one of the cemeteries on campus, such as the Oconee Hills Cemetery across East Campus Road from the stadium. Or you could head on over to the Washington Farms Corn Maze on Hog Mountain Road. It only costs $8. But if you're looking for a real scare, there are several haunted houses around. Halloween is located in the basement of O House, put on by the Hill community. And unfortunately, if you're looking for something a little scarier, you'll have to go to Netherworld in Atlanta because the popular Night of Screams haunted house and the Sigma Nu haunted house are no longer open this year. You are now set for a frighteningly fun time this fall. I'm Mamie Shepard. From all of the goblins here at GTV News, have a happy Halloween.